Hey guys, welcome back to Danganronpa. This is CG Gamer Girl signing on. So, last episode, we made it out of the garbage pit and essentially challenged Monokuma to one final class trial. Not only are we to figure out the true identity of the mastermind, but we're also meant to find out all the mysteries of the school. Everyone else has gone off on their own for one reason or another, and now it's just Makoto and Kyoko. And honestly, I think Makoto is the only one Kyoko truly trusts, So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right! Oh, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko's gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who the killer is? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio room, and the door in the data center with Monokuma space in it. Oh, and the second floor door of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright. Let's go! Hey. Here. Second floor dorms. Kyoko went up here before. Gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? It's like some ancient ruin. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a wanted to say bomb and blue at the same time, so it's like a blom. I almost did it again. Like a bomb blew up right here or something. Sheesh. Oh, that's... The one door is intact. This bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. The only intact door so far. Oh, that one has blood on it. That's not good. Makoto, you're supposed to investigate everywhere. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's student who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Looks like the locker is already broken. What's this? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the reader. And then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. Not even gonna bother trying. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. Really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. Wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Not there. Not that one either. Not that one either. Nope. Okay, we can't open any of these lockers. Let's worth a try. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
So,
the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
eh.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Kyoko almost looks meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Computer! There's a PC on the desk. Must belong to the headmaster.
どうやら
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested on the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair?
だけど
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
つまり
The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
でも
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kitty failure. But any information about the headmaster is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
そう
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Looks like there's a door here. Huh, there's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
それは
There's a gap here. But not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
ええ
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
ええ
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open up.
でも
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
そうね
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, Jeez. So it's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there's some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, oh no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she didn't want to think of. Her name. For example, what about your name?
Eh?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password? Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never occurred to her. No, do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
So.
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Ne.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. It worked. What? That did it! Kyoko, it worked!
どうして?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko! I may as well have not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. The surprisingly more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Naegi-kun.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably.
どうやら
If it is what I think it is, at the very least it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
とにかく
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... She just asked you not to... honestly, Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
なるほどね
Just as I thought. What? Blunt force trauma. You can see the crack in the skull. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
違うわ
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
そう
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? Yeah, whoever took him out. The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
それは
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume. Most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just a thought. It was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true kitty detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Charming. This picture. It's all faded. Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her. Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself. To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger touching me, like me touching her dad's stuff.
No.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
So?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind. If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Sheesh. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
No.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. You sure? Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's any handbook. And it has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk. A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. We can open up those lockers! I'm assuming that's what that is. I'm thinking you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience that much more.
ね
Could you leave?
え、そう。
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through.
私は
That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
とにかく
Once I got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko. It must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... Yeah, one of us, one of the students. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix, you got 16. And including me, only six of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Togo, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be! I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Let's go open up those lockers. Especially since we can't go any further. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Oh right, just what I was hoping for! Now let's see what we've got inside. The locker's totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he'd ever use this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notes stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? Yasuhiro Hagakure. There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. This is our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of classes. which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for fortune telling? It's just coincidence, right? Well, let's open up the other lockers and find out. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Seems practically empty. This is the only thing in here. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there is some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. And the letters are all spaced out evenly. Like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must be really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world, to serve as a foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. Can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. And I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. Couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She says she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. She so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, a question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There is a second despair. A second despair? The more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, they belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why am I seeing things in lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. A pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. I have to believe in everyone. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. Okay, so those two are the only important lockers. Alright. Let's head for the data center next. I like the music that's playing right now. It's like, yeah, this is your last chance for survival. Mess this up and you're gonna die. Which, always a wonderful thing to be reminded of. Hey, Hina! Ah, Makoto! Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Oh, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but... This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Monokuma's control panel. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Even you'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean... Yes. Alright, let's stop freaking out whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just do whatever something like that! You can't just or whatever something like this! But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center... That's right next door. The room you were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Thanks. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! No. Ah! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted! How'd you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I really can't see anything from in here. Ah! Guess what I found? I saw the check button! Whatever you do, don't push it! Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside is what controls Monokuma. Whoa! Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Well, what do you mean? Who you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What? For real? Yep. Looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. and this control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words, maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? Guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... Yeah, we've heard this hint so many times. How many times are you gonna... The mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up in traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. So, like... You want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. What's wrong, Makoto? Just hurry up and get out of here. Oh, fine. Jeez. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked. But why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma! Hey, no fair! You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just stopped moving. Then that room... As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room. Correctamundo. But that doesn't make any sense! We were just in there, we didn't see anyone! The hatch I tried to look at. God, I'm dumb. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor. Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave... Well, the hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off in full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. It's the only way forward. Alright, so I was worried I made a mistake, but if Monokuma is telling is true, and unfortunately some of the things that he has told us have not been a lie, I wouldn't have been able to get it open anyway. But wait, then how did the mastermind get in there if it can't be opened from the outside? I mean, the mastermind could have been holding the door closed, so we wouldn't have been able to open it. Whatever. I'll figure something out. We'll head to the bio lab next time. Because that's the last place that was locked up before re-investigating the garden and the dojo. So, till then, this is the Gamer Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.